Up next, we have a distinguished academic leader and technology expert currently serving as the Union Government Secretary in the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. He's also renowned for his previous role as the director of IIT Kanpur, one of India's premier technical institutions. He's somebody who has significantly contributed to technology advancement, education, and research in India, particularly in areas related to telecommunications, engineering innovations, science, and technology policy. So ladies and gentlemen, on that note, let's now invite on the podium Union Government Secretary in the Department of Science and Technology, ex-director of IIT Kanpur, Dr. Abhay Karandikar. Let's give him a warm round of applause.
Thank you very much. His Excellency Hadi Bardi, CEO of Dubai Economic Development Corporation, very distinguished scientist, Dr. Mashelkar, Professor Jhunjhunwala, Shri Sarat Saraf, Shri Debashish Bhattacharya, all the distinguished fellow IITians, the directors of IITs, and all the eminent alumni who have been very distinguished professionals. It is indeed an honor and privilege to address all of you in this Pan IIT alumni meet. Let me just briefly first recount the progress that India has made recently in the science and technology over the past decade. As our country charts its course towards the global leadership, it stands poised to leverage its technological progress and a very vibrant and dynamic workforce and the robust public-private sector collaborations that has emerged in the recent years. In recent years, we have significantly improved our global standing in scientific research, and I must say that IITs have played a significant role in that, advancing our position in terms of scientific publications from 7th position some decade back to about 3rd position globally. And the nation's scholarly output in science and engineering has significantly surged from about what used to be 75,000 plus publication to more than 2 lakh publication recently. We have also increased our global innovation index ranking from 81st to now 39 in the last 10 years, and this index ranking is based on 65 parameters, and many of them are related to innovation. India has emerged as the 3rd largest startup ecosystem in the world. Today we have about more than 150,000 registered startups. And we are very proud to say that the Department of Science and Technology, which is supporting more than 150 incubators across various academic institutions and universities in the country, is directly or indirectly supported more than 12,000 technology startups in the last 10 years. And that has been a very, very significant achievement for us. We have made some significant progress in many technology areas. As all of you know, that India has innovated the digital public infrastructure. Our innovations in UPI is known to all of us. We have also emerged as one of the largest vaccine manufacturers in the world. We are rapidly emerging as a hub in biomanufacturing. In fact, in bioeconomy, we have now a total economy of about US $150 billion, and particularly with the recent policy of the Government of India as Bio E3, we expect that we can become a very strong hub in biomanufacturing, particularly in bio-based chemicals, precision biotherapeutics, and even the lab-grown foods in the coming years, and become an economy of $300 billion US. We have a very successful space programs, not only with the Chandrayaan-3 missions, but more importantly, with the participation of now private sectors and large number of startups that have come up in the space sector. India is becoming rapidly an important player in the space economy, which we were not there, simply a decade back. I must say that recently the Government of India has launched many important high-stake missions. The Department of Science and Technology itself has launched a very important mission of quantum technologies in the National Quantum Mission. That is a mission with about 6,000 crore budget outlay, and is targeted to develop technology in the area of quantum computing, quantum communications, quantum sensing and metrology, and quantum materials and devices. We have set up 4 mission hubs, and 3 of them happen to be in IT, and the 4th one is in Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, with about 17 technical groups. We have also funded startups in the area of quantum technology. The National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical System, and the mission launched by our sister ministries, India AI Mission, India Semiconductor Mission, National Green Hydrogen Mission, and the recently launched Mission MOSM reflect our commitment to develop a very strong and robust ecosystem of transformative R&D in critical and emerging technologies. We are strengthening our technological leadership also with the establishment of the Anusandhan National Research Foundation. In fact, I also happen to hold the additional charge of the CEO of the Anusandhan National Research Foundation. And the ANRF is expected to drive a multi-phased roadmap for scientific breakthroughs and cross-sectoral collaborations, providing the competitive and peer-reviewed research grants to our academic institutions, not only in basic and fundamental research, but also in applied and translational research, emphasizing on some of the solution-focused missions. In fact, we have recently launched a mission on electric vehicles, on e-mobility, and are expected to launch missions in the area of advanced materials, photonics, medical devices, technologies, and so on. Now, while we have emerged as the 3rd largest startup ecosystem in the world, and with, as I mentioned, with more than 150,000 startups, we know that, according to our estimate, about only 40,000 of them are real tech startups. And it is our estimate that only about 3,500 of them are real deep tech startups. And this is something that we really need to work on it significantly. And I really would like to appeal to the entire IIT, Pan-IIT community, particularly who are working in the deep tech areas, to make India a vibrant ecosystem of cutting-edge technology development in the coming years. While India has received substantial investments in the form of either in the private equity or VCs in the startup space, the investment in the deep tech space has been less than $7 billion, while the total investment has been more than $70 billion US dollars in the form of venture capital or private equity and so on. The government has recognized this, that the deep tech startups really have a long gestation period, need patient capital, and therefore, we have seen that the venture community who are typically, averse to risk have not come forward to investment in some of our cutting edge areas in the technological space. And recognizing this, and while, as I mentioned, that 10 years back, the government had taken steps to catalyze the entire innovative entrepreneurial spirit, recognizing this, that the deep tech startups require the patient capital, the Honorable Finance Minister in the recent budget had announced setting up a 1 lakh crore corpus R&D fund for investing it in the private sector R&D. I'm happy to say that the work is significantly progressed since then, and this fund will get operationalized in the coming months, and we expect that this fund of about 1 lakh crore, which is approximately 10 billion US dollars, will be only for investing it in the private sector, including the startups and the corporate R&D. In the sunrise domains, like, the bio, energy, AI, semiconductors, and so on. And we hope that this investment will encourage the private sector to scale up research and innovation in sunrise domains and also help catalyze the VC investment. In fact, we expect that once the government invests about 4 or 5 billion US dollars in the private sector R&D, this will bring in about 30 to 40 billion US dollars in the deep tech sectors in the coming years, making India as a global capital of the technology startups in the coming years. We also recognize that the technology startups need shared infrastructures in terms of facilities for testing and certifications, for regulatory sandboxes, etc. In this regard, the government has been working on the policy of the National Deep Tech Startup Policy. This is also a draft which is under considerations, and we hope that once this draft is approved, we will be able to create even more enabling environment for the startup sectors. While in the recent years we have made significant progress in the science and technology, several critical challenges remain, and that require concerted attention in the years ahead. While our expenditures on the gross expenditures on the R&D in absolute terms has doubled in the last 10 years, the fact also remains that as a percentage of the GDP, we are still investing modestly as a 0.7% of the GDP, while the world's leading economies invest about 3 to 4% of their GDP on the R&D. However, the more concerning fact is that the investment on the R&D expenditure is primarily happening in India from the government funds only. For example, in India, of the total expenditure on the R&D, 65 to 68% is coming from the government, and the private sector is investing only about 30 to 35% on the R&D, while in most of the developed nations, it is exactly the other way around. For example, in South Korea, it is about 70% of the investment is coming from the private sectors. And this disparity suggests that there is a need for incentivizing the private sector to invest in the core R&D, because even if you enhance the gross expenditure on R&D from the government, whether it is in the form of creating new funds or new foundations like Anusandhan National Research Foundations, we still need to incentivize the private sector to create a more conducive environment for the industry to increase its involvement in innovations and technological development. Apart from the expenditure on the R&D, India's full-time equivalent R&D per million continues to be an area of concern. It is just about 262 people per million, so which is actually far less than the world's average, which is it is in the range of 1,000 to 1,500, and some of the advanced countries is in the range of 3,000 to 4,000 R&D personnel per million. So that actually underscores the need of not only the enhancing the investments in the technological area R&D, but also enhancing the investment in creating a talent pool in the R&D sector, particularly in the critical and the emerging technologies. And as I already mentioned, that our efforts in terms of capacity building through the ANRF, whether it is in the form of enhancing the PhD or the postdoctoral fellowships, or in the form of creating a robust ecosystem to enhance the talent pool in our tier 2, tier 3 institutions and universities and colleges, is really the key to create a very robust talent pool. We believe that given the enabling ecosystem that is developing today, and also a vast goodwill that we have from the premier technological institutions like IITs, and the technological advancement that have taken place in the sectors such as space and digital connectivity, digital public infrastructures, and so on. Our aspiration to establish as a global leader in science and technology is primed for fruition through a series of strategically orchestrated investment and synergistic collaborations. We also need to institutionalize a robust and a globally competitive research ecosystem. I believe that this two-day conference for Pan-IIT alumni will provide you an opportunity, and as Honorable Chief Minister also mentioned, to deliberate on the things that how this community can contribute towards finding solutions to some of the global challenges that we are facing, but also to deliberate on how as a community we can contribute in some of the critical and emerging technological areas by enhancing the investments in private sectors, by creating an ecosystem of a robust talent pool, and by institutionalizing a globally competitive ecosystem in some of our best academic institutions. I am confident that with our collaborations and cooperations, we will not only enhance our geopolitical standing, but will also ensure the enduring sustainability and resilience of our scientific and technological infrastructures. So thank you once again for making me a part of these deliberations. My best wishes to all of you. Thank you. Jai Hind.